morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne, and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Welcome to my sun sign daily love connection readings, and welcome to the featured sign today of Taurus, where I will be picking a highlighted connection for you right in front of you, spiritually guided. And well, let's do that, and then we'll go on a little more about that. So I will say, as I'm picking this, though, we are still in your season, Taurus, until Thursday. So it's definitely been a beautiful time for me personally. And I think most of my readings have really brought that forth. So I thank you for that. That kind of went off the table. My little astrology wheel I like to use. Yeah, just this, well, one second. Okay, it's Pisces. Now this has been a predominance. Bear with me one second, if you will. I write down all of the connections I do, of course. And we started once again for the mid-month readings we're doing. Today's actually May 17th, 2021. And I do a beginning of the month, first half of the month, and then I do a second half for every single zodiac sign. The featured sign is the one that has it's the focus point, right? The focal point for the reading. The highlighted is the connection that Spirit wants you to know about for reasons that could be such a huge variety. Maybe this person you already know about that you feel very connected to, so much love, a new person that's come in, someone you've been thinking about, someone you haven't spoken to, an incident, a situation, work, love related, any kind of love connection. Also the feelings and the energies that come from this particular sign. Like I said, you picked, or Spirit picked, Pisces for you, which I love. I absolutely love. But I'm just going to go backtrack for a bit and see what the beginning of the month from this month, was. Okay, it was Aquarius. So we're going to go for this. Pisces has come up 2 times. It came up with Aquarius as a highlight, and it came up with Gemini. And now it's coming up with you for mid-month for Taurus. But I love it because I love the 2 elements of water and earth together. They work extremely well. They're very complementary. They're different in the sense that they have, they attract each other for that reason. I mean, they fulfill each other's void or vacancies that, that sounds strange to say. I don't normally word it in that way, but well, I'll go on to explain just a little more, but I'll write this down. So that's Taurus and beautiful Pisces. So yes, it is your sun sign season for the next 3 days. You, for the most part, I like to do the predominant characteristic traits of each sign. And the earth signs are incredibly grounded, very, very devoted, intentional, structured, generally very organized, hardworking, patient, reliable, capable, diligent, steadfast. Taurus is a fixed sign. Fixed signs tend to be quote unquote stubborn or definitely determined beyond a lot of other signs, which is how they get to where they're going. I mean, they don't give up. There's that persistence in what they do. There's that dedication. There's the beautiful aspect of their just the grounded part that I told you, this calming energy where they just understand. They are very focused on the material aspects of life, the things they can feel, touch, taste. They want to see it before they believe it, kind of analogy. And Taurus is ruled by Venus. So there's always been this wonderful kind of extra love and harmony with people that we care about. Conversations have been a little smoother, and that's going to change in a few minutes. I'll tell you why. But it just felt so wonderful. And it is a time when I was actually able to get away for the first time in 3 years. And it was the most beautiful time. And I was looking around and I was seeing that people were appreciating it and loving nature. Nature's huge for all earth signs, certainly Taurus. Getting out and taking in deep breaths, working in your garden, cooking things that make you feel good in your body, and caring about your body, caring about, taking care of yourself, and those around you. It's huge. And that's what we've had with this Taurus season. And then you're highlighted. Okay, so then what else can I say? So you're ruled by Venus, you're a fixed sign. Then your highlighted connection for today, which is perfect, is that of Pisces. Well, Pisces is a water sign, like I said, water element. Water elements are based on their emotions, their feelings, their sensitivity. Very creative many times. I mean, one of the most creative signs in the zodiac is that of Pisces. Very adaptable as a mutable sign. They represent the two fish going in two different directions. Kind of want to go with the flow, you know. There's no real time frame with Pisces. They're very spiritual. They usually have been known as they're the 12th sign. They're the most filled with wisdom sign, I guess you could say. They have this knowledge of knowing that just comes from many past lives, as they say, if you believe in that. Just this understanding, this internalizing of trust, for one thing, of their power, their gut, their knowing, their intuition, very psychic a lot of times, caring, you know, nurturing, love-centered Pisces. It's just a beautiful sign. Well, Jupiter, the most benevolent, lucky planet that has been in Aquarius this year. Every year, Jupiter goes into a sign after it takes 12 years. There's 12 signs, right, in the zodiac. And yeah, it went into Aquarius. So that's a beautiful placement for a lot of us. And it has a lot to do with our minds and communicating and dedication to, you know, working things through, constantly growing, constantly learning, new ideas coming in, opening our minds to new ways to do things. Beautiful energy. And when Jupiter's in your sign, it's very lucky, it's very auspicious. It is a sign. Jupiter tends to expand anything it touches, you know, and just bring really beautiful circumstances in all different areas of our life. So Jupiter went from Aquarius to Pisces on, gosh, just a couple days ago, I want to say, or certainly within a week. I'm losing my train of thought right now. But when it's in Pisces, all of the characteristics I mentioned is what all of us get to feel. And the real big emphasis here, besides the creativity that you can create for yourself, and this feeling of just oneness and loving and feeling really emotional and vulnerable towards those that we care about, wanting to help others more. It's more of an outside, let's go outward with this love, you know, let's share and connect with as many people and help as many people for just the sake of love, for no other reason, you know, no alternative, no, you know, just authentic and unconditional, I guess is the best word. So yeah, it's a beautiful feeling. I feel it. If you have any planets in Pisces or water signs, or yourself, Taurus, you can always look this up for free. You're going to notice this, and it's going to happen between when it happened, which was, I want to say last week. Time is just going so fast, though. Kind of want to say last Friday, the 14th. No, I think it was the 13th. That would have been Thursday, the 13th. Okay, so it went into it on the 13th, and it's going to be there through July 28th. So you'll get a really good taste of this. And then next year, well, actually starting December 28th of this year, Pisces will go into Jupiter for a good amount of next year and so on and so forth. So if you have that Pisces in any house or, you know, any one of your natal charts, you're going to be feeling this extra special, loving luck and opportunities. So be aware of them, expect them, create them, you know, like Pisces do. I mean, they're such great manifestors. So I love this connection for the two of you, Taurus and Pisces. It's very perfect right now. And I'd love to read to you more about this relationship, because it's always a good one. I've had many clients who've done readings, and I've known throughout the years who are this combination. It just works really well together. It's one of those very harmonizing, like I said, complementary energies for the two of you. But what I do is read 3 specific categories for this highlighted connection. And then I finish it with a rune, which is one of the most amazing and unbelievably accurate oracles that just want to help and to guide and to give us the direction, you know, and to show us how incredibly in line a lot of times these readings are. It's just like that accentuated period at the end of this highlighted connection. So then I go on to read 2 oracle divinations for every single Pisces. I'm sorry, every single Taurus, and every one of their love connections, you know, in addition to the Pisces. So let's see what it has to say. I am using for the mid-month readings now my beautiful movie tarot, which I absolutely love. I got it for Christmas. And it's fun, and it represents a lot of the famous movies and movie stars, and they represent the different, you know, aspects of the tarot, from the major arcana to the court cards. So yes, I will show you the pictures as well, and share with you the definitions as they are on the card, but also as spirit comes through, because I do read intuitively. So the first overall energy is, of course, the catalyst that brought you to this reading today and what's happening with this particular highlighted connection in some form or another. And if you haven't had a chance to watch the first half of May, please do so. I think you may have to be subscribed. I would love everybody to subscribe. It just takes a moment. It's super supportive. I love and appreciate all of you that have done that. Liking is also wonderful. Pushing the notification bell so you know when I upload, because it tends to be different as I have an outside job as a massage therapist. Wow, I love this. This is so beautiful. And it's interesting because I do readings, you know, for others, but I do them for myself, and this actually came up for me. So that's an interesting little thing there. I have a Pisces rising, so I'm just kind of connecting the dots. Forgive me as I speak out loud. The Chariot it's a major arcana, and this is about mastering. This is about being on top of your game, being the victorious master of your life, of your body, of your job, of your situation, riding high, fast movement towards where you want to go. This card represents the sign of Cancer. Cancer is, Mars is in the sign of Cancer right now, so that's also momentum. Mars in any sign is going to bring the energy and the fire, you know, because Mars is a fire energy, and it's that's the warrior planet. It's all about aggression sometimes, and getting our way through hell or high water, no matter what it takes, and never giving up, and being forceful about it sometimes, because you have to in life, right? Making sure that you don't overdo it, though, and overstep your bounds as much as possible is important for that harmonious aspect that I think we all strive for in all of our relationships. But the Chariot, and by the way, the actor is Russell Crowe, and I'm not sure if I can remember, but I can look it up real quick, because it represents a specific movie that he had accolades from. So let me look real quickly for you. And that is, it's number 7 too. 7 is about working through difficulties, you know, and challenges and worries that we've had, you know, to this point in time. My goodness, I think all of us have had worries of some nature or another. But what you have is, he was in The Gladiator. Okay, so there's his chariot. And you have the 2 horses in this of a different color. Usually it's sphinxes. And they are, you know, leading the brigade, but they are recognizing that there's been challenges leading to this point. They're not ever, you can't see it so much here, but they don't have any leashes or anything that's controlling them. It's just going with the flow. Once again, the watery element, and believing and recognizing your worth, understanding your power, your ability to manifest the life you want, bringing in that magic with the outer planets as well. We did have the new moon in Taurus on the 11th of May. It's still predominantly affecting us. That's the new things we want to start and believe in and trust and, you know, utilize, make happen. Interestingly enough, too, we do have Mercury, the planet of mind and action, and usually pertaining to moving objects such as, you know, our mind moving and our thoughts and so forth as an example. Certainly cars, transportation, wheels, things with wheels, such as the Chariot for the the sign and the explanation of the overall energy, it is about movement in many ways, moving from one place to another, maybe a home, a business. It could be travel, of course, because a lot of people are taking that time to travel or make travel arrangements. It could be about a car that you're anticipating getting and buying a new one, being aware of any problems you want to keep on top of. Mercury retrograde will affect these things, okay? And we are in the shadow period now, and it'll be officially starting on the 29th of May through June 22nd. But all you need to remember with that, because it happens every year, at least 3 times, sometimes 4, I think last year we had 4, is just to kind of take that time, knowing that there'll be some roadblocks, there'll be some hesitations, there'll be delays, there'll be changes. All of these things come up. Communication will be a little bit confusing at times, or hazy, unclear. Making sure you double check everything, your itinerary, your travel plans. And, people travel all the time during Mercury retrogrades, and people sign contracts, which they recommend you don't necessarily do. If you do, there will simply be changes, okay? And that's what life's about. So just bearing that in mind, don't get any technical equipment during that time. If possible, you probably will have to refund it. So hold off if you can till the latter part of June or early July. But yeah, very, very positive energy moving forward, and kind of in a swift way, because you're done with waiting, okay? And that Mars with Cancer representing this particular card really tells me that you have some real energy that's pulling you and making you feel really, really good about a situation, a romance, a relationship, a new job opportunity. The list goes on. So I like that a lot. And Cancer goes very well with Pisces. So maybe some really good luck coming in, something out of the blue you didn't expect. That happens a lot with Jupiter in the mix for all of us. So I like that as an overall energy. Let's go on to the next category, which is always the possible blessings or obstacles. You have Justice. So I absolutely love that. And it's actually 8. 8 is a very, very abundant and prosperous number. It is one of the most highly manifestational numbers in numerology. And it's about justice. Oh my gosh, Clint Eastwood. Look, he's got the scales. It's really cool. I don't know exactly what movie. I'll look it up for you. Yeah, just things coming out that are more fair, that are more balanced, that are finally coming through. When it has to do with, for example, Libra, who represents the scales, the air sign of Libra, they are all about justice. This is the card that represents Libra. And it's about fairness, justice. It's about money. It's about legalities. Maybe a court case that's coming through. The answer will be yes in your favor. Something you've been waiting for, putting off. It's just a good feeling of knowing that, justice was served, basically, is what's coming through. But it's wonderful. Something fair. My gosh. Even hearing that makes me feel good for you. And, you're going forward. You want to know that you're doing all the right things for yourself and anybody involved. And justice will be there to make sure that, it's guiding your way. Absolutely love that. 2 major arcanas. That says something right off the bat. That's important, that Spirit needs you to know. And this could happen already. It could be happening very quickly. I will bring in the fact that at the end of the month, on the 26th, we have our first of the series, always runs in pairs, of the eclipses. This first one will be the full lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, and it's going to be very powerful. And it's all about higher learning. It is about justice. It's about planning. It's about long-term journeys, trips, travel. Very indicative of this first. There's something really important coming up. You probably could very well, a good percentage of you, be planning a trip that you've been putting off for so long. And making it happen, and knowing that it's time, it's just, and it's going to be beautiful. That's a portion. There's many, different possibilities that come through. But let me read to you, or show you what, I should say, what. Oh, it's a movie called He played William Mooney in Unforgiven. Okay, well, you always want to forgive if you're going to have the justice. Got to put that out there. It's kind of ironic that would come up. That's essential in the law of attraction and attracting what you want and for things to be fair and just. Forgiveness has to be an essential part of that, okay? And lifting away the heaviness of non-forgiveness. And then the last category is always the financial I like to do. And it is about money. It's about the fact that money is definitely energy. And it is about the fact that wealth, and however you perceive wealth to be. Because we all have different feelings about that. I mean, a lot of us know it's money that we can actually have to spend and the things we need. And once again, the practical things, which we're still in this Taurus energy, that's promoting that drive to want to really focus on that and make things happen, turn, transform in that area. Slowdowns are, probably going to happen, but they will in fact happen, especially if you make that happen before the 29th. It's just something that you have to put the action behind it. And then you see wonderful, amazing results, okay? And you have Judgment. Wow, 3 major arcana and really beautiful, beautiful messages for you. It's time to feel and understand that you have enough, you are enough to proceed with what you need to do, feeling victorious in your decisions. There will be justice that comes from it. And then judgment is already taken place. And this isn't just a judgment someone puts on you. I mean, there's judgments everywhere in the world, let's face it, but this is about this deep soul searching that you may have done in regards to how you want to make your money. What is your value? What are you worth? And what is your time worth? And what is the justice that's come out that is actually done? It's justice is the weighing and the right outcome, but judgment is it's already established. It's very much a lot of times about karma and your destiny, okay? And it's what you may be choosing, and what job or what circumstance in a relationship you want to solidify. It makes you feel like it's something from, almost so above, so below, there's this definite co-creation with it, fated aspect to it. And I feel like it's definitely something you're going to be extremely happy about. I really do. And this is 20, if I can see properly. And that's 4. I'm sorry, that's 2. Yeah, 2 10s. And Uma Thurman, and I'll have to look up what movie she was in, but there's the dove, there's rising above, like I said, the earthly problems and situations, the moving away and in the forward position, you've had the ups and downs, you know what that is. We all know what that is after last year in some capacity. And just going forward, trusting, knowing, believing it's done. And so it is, basically, into a much better situation financially, health-wise, whatever, like I said, the wealth means to you. I love this. I absolutely love this. This is wonderful, uplifting, and, just spiritually guided, loving messages for you. And I finished this highlighted connection with one rune, a very special kind of period to the messages. And okay, you have what looks to be like an H, but what I do is I take this beautiful, powerful oracle that's been around for centuries, the rune. I set it right on the 2nd, which is the possible blessings or obstacles, and it's right as we know it to be justice. And then we see what it has to say, just to culminate, like I said, the message. Put it all together. Oops, that's not the one I want. So the H, which looks like an H, is Helgalaz. It's number 9. 9 in numerology is endings, culmination. 9 is the ending number before the 10, which then starts the cycle again. It's 1 through 9 and then 10 once again. So whatever's been associated with you in some way, or something that you've been doing up to this point is going to come to an end to reach another level, another transformation that needs to be made. It's going to lift you up in ways that you haven't felt in a long time. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be spiritual, of course, but it's also going to be extremely fulfilling, and it's going to bring a lot of light and joy into your life. So we'll go into the reading of what it says for the time frame and the words associated with it. And we have for you October 29th through November 12th. So we're talking about the sign and time of Scorpio, which isn't that far away. I know you're like, oh, what? That's whatever's happening now, and this incredible changing aspects of the eclipses that bring things in and out quickly, the things you've been positively focusing on your very own and establishing that you need and want to do, and they're big changes, they're life changes, is probably going to be really at its peak at this particular time. The word associated with Helgaz is hail. So the words also, or the response, is sacrifice, caution, solitude, debts, unexpected and initially unwanted birth. Okay, now that could be a child, of course, and this is a judgment made, right? But I think the unexpected birth of something that you've started metaphorically as well, you know, something you maybe didn't see coming, but that was an amazing, amazing opportunity for you. And I see it in a positive way with this particular incredibly powerful energy from the readings with 3 major arcana. It's time. It's what's meant to be for you, okay? We all have these times in our lives, and I can think of a couple right off the bat. You know, they're what we would call the crossroads, or the times that we were forced into, if you will, a situation that we didn't see coming, or we wouldn't have necessarily chosen, and was like the best thing that's ever happened. So I hope you can feel that and understand that and give it time. You know, that time is not linear when it comes to spirit world. And I think it's going to be pretty, and is a special, beautiful, magnificent time for you. So then we'll go on to this oracle, like I said, for every single Taurus. And yeah, I hope you've had a beautiful birthday season, and you have all of these beautiful ideas set in mind for what you want to go and where you want to be and where you want to take it with this wonderful chariot leading on to this next year. And this is a wonderful deck of money and the law of attraction. So I read the, you know, financial, and I did say it could be money, but it's also, you know, your health and well-being. This is specifically money. Money is, once again, energy. How do we bring it in? You know, that's the question of a lifetime. How do we grow our money? How do we become wealthy? How do we become as prosperous and as, you know, abundant as we always believe we could be and want to be? And it's really boils down in this wonderful teaching of Abraham Hicks. It's what we feel and what we think that brings basically every situation into our life, okay? We are creating it at every moment. And sometimes it's the way we're saying things that I've been saying for years, such as, oh, I definitely don't want that. Well, that's what comes into our lives. It's so, when you realize and you hear this and you thought, oh my gosh, you know how many times I've said, but I don't want that. You're actually asking for it. It's kind of silly, I know, but it makes perfect sense. So instead you'd replace it with, I know exactly what I'm wanting. This is what I shall have. And there's never, you don't necessarily ever want to bring any kind of a negative slant or word to anything you say, okay? And that will make huge changes. But I'm going to pick your specific message for today, the 17th of May, which is an 8, which is a very, very powerful and abundant number once again. And I'm going to read for you yours, which says, it's number 4. Now 4 is about stability, the 4 walls, you know, the permanence, the solidity, the comfort, you know, the family, stability. which is what you are, Taurus. That's what you're always striving for, and you do a really good job of that. And you help the Piscean highlighted connection to be grounded, and that's why they love it. And then they bring out this part of you that's even more aware and more, you know, in tune with yourself and your creativity, and it's a beautiful match, like I said. Achieving success is my natural birthright, and it is. It's everyone's natural birthright. You are meant to succeed, and failure should feel bad to you. Life is supposed to go well for you, and when it does not, there is something wrong. But what is wrong is not something that is outside of you, over which you have no control. What is wrong is within you, and you do have control. And taking control is not difficult to do once you understand the basis of who you are, the basics of law of attraction, and the value of your personal emotional guidance system. Those are the 3 big ticket items when it comes to manifesting, and certainly when we want abundance in the material realm, and the currency, and the flow, the give and the take. You know, the word currency came from a reason. It's a current, it's an energy. And if you break that current, you're not going to have that flow that we all want so very much, right? So this is perfect for your reading, and I'm grateful to have picked this for you. And just keep what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, because there's a lot of beautiful energies coming in, and it's a guideline for you. Free choice always, but beautiful, beautiful messages that pertain and equal to fulfillment, joy, and love. So the last category, and the last, I should say, oracle, is my Super Attractor Manifestation deck. Same thing, but this one I like to call is the one where we create the life we want by the feelings we have and what we're putting out there yet again. And it comes to us in messages like what I call affirmations or mantras that we can say and repeat, or meditate on, or walk in the garden, or walk outside, or yoga, or whatever it matters to you, that you can be still and listen to guidance and your own internal intuition, your higher power. And so your beautiful message today, Taurus, for you and all of your loving connections, is true manifestations are powered by service and love. And love is the key, boy. That's why I started doing the love connection readings, because it doesn't matter if you're a single person. You have love in your heart. You feel love in some capacity for something, someone, yourself, your work, your everything, you know, the list goes on. It's just an essential part of what makes this world go round. And service is a key component. It is the reciprocation where you give and you take. It's that currency we spoke about. True manifestations absolutely come through. And there you go. So there's the hands, there's the stars, there's the joy, there's the co-creation. And I hope you feel it. I really do. I appreciate you for being here, as always. And I will be back again. And you come on back too if you'd like. And if you did like, please let me know. Just takes a moment. Take great care of yourself in the meantime. Until next time, bye for now.